Friends, greetings. Humans have stepped on the moon, sent knowledge up to Mars, but have been able to know only 5% part of their own Earth's ocean. The remaining 95% is still hidden in the darkness of mysteries. The astonishing thing is that NASA and many governments have stopped exploration in some places of the ocean. Why, after all? It is said that such terrifying mysteries are hidden in these depths that upon seeing them, even the biggest scientist would tremble. Somewhere in the darkness there are unknown creatures, somewhere a dangerous web of ice and poison, and somewhere such structures that are beyond human understanding. This very reason is that today many depths of the ocean have become such places where neither governments want to go, nor scientists. Number 1. Nautilus Reef. The sea reef born from a game. A such discovery happened in the depths of the ocean that put the entire world in astonishment. When divers descended inside Manna Bay of Queensland, Australia, then they got to see a very strange scene there. This scene was of Nautilus Reef, a such artificial structure which humans themselves had established under the sea. It sounds strange, right? But the truth is that this reef is not part of any natural miracle, but the result of human passion and imagination. Actually, this project was started by the name of Nautilus Project, and the idea to make it came from a popular video game, League of Legends. In this game, there is a champion character named Nautilus. His popularity was so much that fans of the Oceania region came together, and to pay tribute to him, they descended an entire monument in this ocean. People collected money from their pockets and completed this unique project. Not only this, a plaque was also installed under the water, in which the names of all those donors were engraved who contributed to this work. In the beginning, when this structure was placed in the depth of the ocean, it was clearly visible, but the rule of the ocean is that whatever goes into it slowly becomes part of it. Exactly the same happened with Nautilus Reef. Within a few months, moss, shells, and algae started growing on it. Within 1 year, the entire structure got covered with natural life, and that plaque also disappeared, on which names were engraved. Now divers going there see only a strange and mysterious structure, which has become the home of animals and plants, just like natural reefs made in other parts of the ocean, to such an extent that sea creatures have also settled in this structure. Small, big fish, crabs, and other beings have started using it as their abode. In this way, this structure did not remain only the symbol of human imagination, but truly became a new ecosystem. This also shows us that when humans and nature meet, then sometimes strange but beautiful things take birth. But in this, there is also an aspect of fear and mystery. Think when you descend into the depth of the ocean, and suddenly some such monument comes in front of you, which is related to a fictional character, then what thoughts will come in your mind? Is this really a tribute or the limit of human madness? This scene seems to tell us that humans take even the depths of the earth, not just the earth, but the depths of the ocean to make their imaginations and stories immortal. Nautilus Reef also reminds us that the ocean is not only nature's world, but also the witness of human imprint. The question arises that when in the future, someone sees it, then will he be able to understand that this was the symbol of some video game, or will he consider it the remnant of some ancient civilization? This very mystery makes this place even more terrifying and mysterious. Number 2, Ice Finger of Death. The icy finger of death. In the depths of the ocean, some mysteries are such that truly come forward, like the messenger of death. Ice finger of death, meaning the icy finger of death, is one of them. This phenomenon is seen in the coldest parts of the ocean, where ice and water together create such a terrifying scene that seeing it is like making the hair stand on end for any human. At first glance, it may seem like just an icy structure, but the reality is much more dangerous than this. This icy finger is formed from a substance named brine. Brine meaning extremely salty water, much denser and colder than normal seawater. When this brine seeps from the ice layer below into the ocean, then it immediately starts freezing and takes the shape of an icy tube or finger. This finger continuously grows towards the depth of the ocean, and as it descends below, it freezes everything coming in its path. Its length can go up to several feet, which is more than human height. Divers first captured it on camera in BBC's documentary Frozen Planet. Seeing it, the scene seems like part of some fairy tale, where icy fingers are slowly advancing towards the ocean floor. But the reality is much more terrifying. Any living being that comes in contact with this icy finger, whether it is a fish, starfish, or some small creature, immediately freezes and becomes the prey of death. This creature gets stuck right there and slowly gets completely imprisoned in ice. This very reason is that it is called the icy finger of death. Think of an innocent fish having no idea of this icy trap. It swims and suddenly comes in contact with it, and in just a few moments its body freezes and becomes hard. This seems like nature's cruel power, which puts its prey to sleep of death without making any sound. It is not fatal for humans because divers can see it from a distance. But the question is, will any human have the courage to go very close to it and touch it? Perhaps hardly anyone. Because this scene itself is so terrifying that the viewer's soul would tremble. This phenomenon makes us realize that the depths of the ocean are not only the world of mystery and beauty, but also such an area where death is hidden in every corner. Viewed from above, it seems like just a natural process. But the scene it creates is beyond human imagination. It seems as if some invisible power is spreading its cold claws inside the water and gripping life. Ice finger of death even today is the subject of curiosity for scientists and explorers. This is such a miracle of nature, which is as beautiful as it is terrifying. When you watch its video recording, it seems as if some magical but dangerous hand is slowly descending below inside the ocean. But in reality, this is the symbol of that invisible death, which ends every life coming in its path without any noise. Number 3, black smoker stacks. Mountains spewing smoke inside the ocean. Someone tells you that smoke emerges from the depths of the ocean, and perhaps in the very first moment, you would consider this thing a joke. After all, smoke is produced only where there is fire, and having fire inside water seems almost impossible. But in 1987, when scientists started research near the Galapagos Islands, then they made such a discovery that shook the entire scientific world. They saw black smoker stacks in the ocean floor, such massive pillars of black smoke that were emerging directly from the womb of the earth. This sight was the cause of both astonishment and fear for any human. Actually, these smoke pillars are hydrothermal vents. Connected to the inner parts of the earth about 8,000 feet below the ocean surface, the molten magma present between the layers of the earth makes the surrounding seawater extremely hot. When this water emerges out from the vent, then the minerals and metals dissolved in it make it black. This very reason is that it appears like smoke when coming out. Think of water boiling at more than 350 degrees Celsius inside the water, and black clouds rising with it. This scene gives the feeling of some other world. The height of these black smoker stacks is also astonishing. They can be as tall as some 10-story building. Standing in the ocean depths, it seems as if some mysterious city is there, where the earth itself is spewing smoke and hot water. For the scientists of that time, this scene was the first, because before this, no one had even imagined that such things could exist inside the ocean. But here not only mystery and fear, but life too is hidden. In the environment filled with darkness and heat around these vents, countless creatures live. Giant crabs, tube worms, and such species that are not found in any other part of the earth. Scientists believe that perhaps the beginning of life on Earth also happened near such hydrothermal vents where life thrived despite harsh conditions. This very reason is that this place even today remains the key for scientists to understand the mysteries of the birth and existence of life. But if an ordinary human sees these vents, then he would not consider them less than some frightening scene. Black smoke clouds, boiling water, and terrifying silence. All this together creates such a sight that seeing it, it seems as if some invisible volcano is erupting inside the ocean. And this very thing makes these black smoker stacks the most mysterious and terrifying mystery of the ocean depths. This discovery also reminds us that the ocean is not limited only to the surface. Under it, such worlds exist which we have not even touched yet. Black smoker stacks is the proof that the depths of the earth and ocean still sit hiding such secrets within themselves that knowing them can change our thinking forever. Number 4. Ghost Fleet of Truck Lagoon. The ghostly fleet of ships. In the stories of World War II, the mention of ships sunk inside the ocean has always been connected with fear and mystery. But when it comes to such a fleet, then it is not just one sunk ship, but the treasure of history buried in the depths of the ocean. Truck Lagoon is such a mystery which today is called the Ghost Fleet, meaning the ghostly fleet of ships. This place is near the Caroline Islands of the Pacific Ocean. and has been the witness of one of the most terrifying events of World War II. During World War II, Struck Lagoon was an extremely important naval base for the Japanese Empire. The main navy of Japan used to be stationed here, which was called the Imperial Fleet. But in February 1944, America launched Operation Hailstone. This attack was so devastating that it is also called the Pearl Harbor of Japan. Hundreds of bombs and torpedoes tore the Japanese ships. In just a few moments, dozens of warships, aircraft carriers, submarines, and thousands of soldiers merged into the depths of the ocean. Even today, about more than 60 ships and more than 250 aircraft are sunk in the floor of Struck Lagoon. This sight is so terrifying that when divers descend here, they feel as if history has stopped right there. War-ravaged ships, cannons, tanks, bullets, bombs, and even skeletons of soldiers are scattered inside the ocean. This place seems like some museum, but this museum is underwater, and in it, everything bears witness to death and war. 1969, when the famous ocean scientist Jacques Cousteau first dived here. Then he called this place the Lagoon of Lost Ships. The scene recorded on camera shook the entire world. Today, Struck Lagoon is counted among the world's best wreck diving sites. Divers come here from all over the world. But along with this, a strange fear also remains in their hearts. Because when you swim between these sunk ships, it feels as if the souls of soldiers are still imprisoned within them. Local people believe that this place is cursed. Many divers have told that strange sounds are heard here, like the blow of a hammer on iron or footsteps of someone walking in the water. Some have even claimed that they saw hazy shadows inside the ships. Scientists call these things just imagination. But when you are in dark depth and around you are broken guns, rusted tanks, and ships like silent graves, then the feeling of fear itself becomes reality. The specialty of Struck Lagoon is that it is not just a sunk ship, but an entire war museum which time has imprisoned forever inside the ocean. But the fear and mystery of this ship is hidden much more in its story than its condition. This ship reminds of that door when humans staked thousands of lives and bets in the hunger of power and war. Every street, every room, and every broken item is the proof that war leaves tales of destruction, not only on land, but also inside the ocean. Even today, when any diver swims inside Struck Lagoon, the same question arises in his mind. Is this just a sunk ship, or the soul of a war imprisoned inside the ocean, which will remain alive forever with its mysteries and terrifying silence? Number 5. The Great Blue Hole. The blue blind well of depth. Viewed from the ocean's surface, the Great Blue Hole, located near Belize in the Caribbean Sea, appears like an ordinary round area of deep blue color. But when divers descend into its depth, then this place seems like some terrifying dark well. This massive underwater sinkhole is about 300 meters wide and 125 meters deep. Seeing it, it seems as if the Earth has opened a pit in the middle of the ocean in which anything goes silently swallowed. This very reason is that it is called the Blue Blind Well. The real story of the Great Blue Hole is hidden in its mysterious origin. Scientists believe that this place was formed millions of years ago when the sea level was low, and there were limestone caves here. With time, when the sea level rose, these caves got drowned and slowly collapsed and turned into this massive sinkhole. Viewed from above, its color appears from deep blue to black-like, which makes it even more terrifying. This place today is one of the world's most famous diving spots, but it is as thrilling as it is deadly. Many challenges come in front of divers descending here. The transparency of the water here is so much that estimating distance becomes difficult. Divers often think that they are close to this surface, while in reality they have descended much deeper. Due to this misconception, many people's oxygen has finished and they never returned above. Not only this, many species of sharks also live in the Great Blue Hole, including Caribbean reef shark, bull shark, and hammerhead shark. Even though they do not always attack humans, but just their presence makes the diver's breath stop. In the depth of the ocean, when there's only darkness and silence, and suddenly, the shadow of some massive shark appears, swimming in front of you, then that moment is no less than a bad dream. The mystery of the Great Blue Hole is not limited only to its depth. Scientists descending here have seen many strange things. Stalactites were found on the bottom floor, which proved that this place was once a dry cave. Besides, the oxygen-less deep water here is deadly for any creature. This very reason is that many divers, when reach the depth, feel as if they have set out on the journey of some afterlife. It is said that the attraction of the blue hole is its dangerous, mysterious beauty. This place pulls humans towards itself. But every time it also gives the warning that playing with nature is not easy. Descending into its depth is like challenging death. Perhaps this is why this place even today is counted among the Earth's most terrifying diving spots. Number 6. SS Thistlegorm, the sunk ship filled with weapons. In the stories of World War II, the mention of ships sunk inside the ocean has always remained connected with fear and mystery. But when it comes to such a Thistlegorm, then it is not just a sunk ship, but the treasure of history buried in the depths of the ocean. This British cargo ship, 128 meters long, was traveling carrying war material in 1941. In it, from trucks to motorcycles, shoes, tanks, to large locomotive engines, aircraft parts, bullets, and countless weapons were filled. Meaning this ship was a moving warehouse of war. But fate had something else in mind. German aircraft attacked it, and in a few minutes, it merged into the depth of the ocean. Sunk in the Bay of the Red Sea, this ship even today lies there, and its condition seems like stopping time. When divers reach near it, they feel as if they have stepped into the battlefield. In the darkness of the ocean, broken motorcycles, rusted trucks, tanks, and scattered weapons appear like some graveyard. Upon going inside, it feels as if the soldiers are still going to use these vehicles. But now all of them have become the home of sea creatures only. Divers tell that swimming inside Thistlegorm is a terrifying experience. The dark corridors of the ship, narrow rooms, and broken machines make you feel that you are in some haunted place. Sometimes suddenly some fish or sea creature emerges from the darkness and comes in front, and at that moment, the heartbeat becomes fast. Many divers have also said that around the ship they feel a strange unease, as if the souls of those soldiers who merged into the depth of the ocean with it are still hovering here. It's not only this. This ship is so massive and complex that it is not possible to see it completely in one go. Many people dive here two times so that they can see its different parts. This very reason is that today it is counted among the world's best wreck diving sites. The specialty of Thistlegorm is that it is not just a sunk ship, but an entire war museum, which time has imprisoned forever inside the ocean. But the fear and mystery of this ship is hidden much more in its story than its condition. This ship reminds of that door when humans stake thousands of lives and bets in the hunger of power and war. Every street, every room, and every broken item is the proof that war leaves tales of destruction, not only on land, but also inside the ocean. Even today, when any diver swims inside Truck Lagoon, the same question arises in his mind. Is this just a sunk ship, or the soul of a war imprisoned inside the ocean which will remain alive forever with its mysteries and terrifying silence? Number 7. Lost City of Heracleion, the ancient city of Egypt sunk in the ocean. In history, many such civilizations have been there which suddenly disappeared, and only legends remained about them. But when an entire city is found in the depths of the ocean, then this discovery becomes a mixed form of thrill and mystery. The ancient city of Egypt, Heracleion, is such a mystery which people once called the Gateway of Egypt. This city was so prosperous and important that it was also called the Empire of Cleopatra. But suddenly this city merged into the ocean and remained lost from the pages of history for thousands of years. It is said that this city disappeared from the earth about 1,200 years ago. Scientists believe that continuous earthquakes, tsunamis, and floods slowly pushed this city into the ocean. Time passed and people started considering it just a myth. But in the year 2000, when French explorer Franck Godot dived near Alexandria, then he saw some stone remnants in the depths of the ocean. In the beginning, it seemed like just a structure. But as excavation and research increased, it came forward that this is not just stones but an entire city which is sitting buried under the waves. Today on the floor of Heracleion, massive temples, statues, coins, and everyday items are scattered. Divers tell that descending there is like entering some ghostly city. Seeing the broken statues' faces, rusted pillars, and walls of temples buried in mud, it seems as if time has stopped right there. The silence of the water and faint light make this scene even more mysterious. The remnants found from here tell that this city was once a big center of trade and religion. Gold, wheat, and precious items were sent from here to other countries. It is believed that Greek ships coming to Egypt first stopped here, and from here they got entry into Egypt. But today the same port lies desolate, and sea plants and fish have captured it. Local people believe that the sinking of Heracleion was the result of some curse. Their belief is that gods punished this city, and this very reason was that it merged into the waves. Scientists consider it a natural disaster. But when you go into the depth and feel the silence of this city, then it seems as if the shadows of history are still hovering there. The discovery of Heracleion has shown the world that the ocean still sits hiding countless mysteries within itself. Who knows how many more such civilizations may be buried under the waves whose we have not even come to know yet. This sunk city is not only the lost heritage of Egypt, but such a piece of the entire human history that teaches us that in front of nature, how small and helpless humans are. Number 8, Yonaguni Monument, Japan's mysterious monument. Sometimes such things are found in the depths of the ocean that challenge our thinking itself. Yonaguni Monument, located near the coast of Okinawa in Japan, is such a mystery. It was discovered in the 1980s decade by a diver when he was researching hammerhead sharks. But what he saw was not the structure of some ordinary rock, but such a structure of massive stones that seemed like some temple or ancient city. This discovery created controversy in the scientific world. Some experts believe that this structure is natural, meaning waves and sea currents have sculpted it over thousands of years. They say that the power of the ocean is so wonderful that it can change rocks into shapes like stairs, walls, and platforms. But on the other hand, many researchers claim that this place is completely the result of human craftsmanship. According to them, this is part of some ancient civilization which got buried under the waves thousands of years ago. Whatever it may be, the scene of this monument is extremely mysterious. Massive stones appear so shaped as if some craftsman has cut and pruned them to make a palace or temple. Some places have stairs, some places platforms, and some places walls. So straight that considering them only natural is difficult. When divers swim between these structures, they feel as if they are roaming in the ruins of some lost civilization. Mention of this place is also found in Japanese folk tales. In Japanese legends, there is mention of an ancient empire named Mu, which merged into the ocean. Many people believe that Yonaguni Monument is part of that very empire. Although there is no solid proof of this thing, but the formation and shape of this mysterious place force people to think. Whatever the opinion of scientists may be, the atmosphere of this place is extremely terrifying. When you descend into the depth of the ocean, and in front of you stand stones that seem 5,000 years old, then it feels as if the layers of time have torn and taken you to that world of history where humans and gods live together. The silence spread around in the dark water, and all around makes this experience even more mysterious. Yonaguni Monument even today remains unsolved. Neither has it been proven completely natural, nor completely man-made. Perhaps this itself is its true beauty and fear. This place forces us to think that if this was really part of human civilization, then how advanced that civilization must have been. And if this is natural, then how wonderful and terrifying the power of nature can be. Number 9, Turtle Graveyard. The Graveyard of Turtles. One of the mysteries hidden in the depths of the ocean is also such that is as sorrowful to hear as it is terrifying. This is Turtle Graveyard, meaning the graveyard of turtles. Its discovery was made in the 1980s decade by the famous sea explorer Jacques Cousteau and his team. When they had gone to film a documentary near Saipadan Island, located on the coast of Borneo, there they saw a cave that shook their soul. Inside that cave, skeletons of hundreds of turtles were scattered. In the beginning, Cousteau thought that perhaps this is some natural place where old turtles come to spend their last time. But later it came to know that the real truth is much more terrifying. Actually, this cave is made of many narrow paths and tunnels. When turtles enter here in search of food or shelter, they get lost in the complex tunnels inside. Failing to find the way, they suffocate to death and get imprisoned forever right there. This very reason is that the walls and floor of this cave are filled with turtle bones. Divers say that going inside this cave is extremely dangerous for any human too, because its structure is so tangled that recognizing the correct path is almost impossible. The darkness there, narrow tunnels, and silence make this place even more terrifying. Think when you are swimming in dark water and in front of you hundreds of skeletons appear floating, and the fear of that time would shake your soul to the core. This cave makes us realize that the ocean is not only the source of life, but can also be a trap of death. Peaceful and innocent creatures like turtles get imprisoned forever in the maze of this cave. This place seems no less than some natural trap. This very reason is that it is called Turtle Graveyard. Even today, this cave is the topic of discussion among divers. Some courageous people dive here to see this terrifying scene with their own eyes. But most people keep distance from it because a little mistake in it can also take their life. Local residents believe that this cave is cursed and the creature that enters it cannot return outside. Scientists may consider it only the play of geographical structure. But when any diver sees the silence of this place and the darkness filled with skeletons, then it feels as if he has descended into the lap of death. This scene is not only terrifying but also extremely sorrowful, because it shows how nature not only nurtures life but also ends it. Turtle Graveyard is the proof that the balance between life and death in the depths of the ocean is how cruel and mysterious. Here, every bone bears witness to that struggle which these innocent creatures did till the last breath. Number 10. Antikythera mechanism. The mystery of the ancient computer. One of the discoveries found from the depths of the ocean is also such that completely changed the notions of history. This is the Antikythera mechanism, which is called the world's first ancient computer. This unbelievable device was found in 1900 CE from the wreck of a ship near the island named Antikythera in Greece. When divers searched that sunk ship, then a complex instrument made of bronze appeared in front of them. In the beginning, no one understood what it is, but with time, it came to know that this device is challenging the understanding of science and technology. Antikythera mechanism is considered about 200 BCE. This was an analog computer in which a complex structure of gears and wheels was made. When scientists studied it, they found that this device could calculate the motion of stars, positions of planets, and phases of the moon. Not only this, it could also accurately predict upcoming solar and lunar eclipses. Think of that time when humans were writing on stones. In the same era, such a device existed, which even astonishes modern science. This discovery shook the historians, because before the 14th century, no such complex machine was made in the world, meaning the Greeks had that knowledge whose we cannot even imagine. The question is, after all, who gave them such advanced technology? Was this only the miracle of human intelligence, or some such knowledge obtained from somewhere which even today we cannot fully understand? This device, kept in the National Archaeological Museum, Athens, even today, remains a mystery. Scientists have studied every gear and wheel of it with X-ray scan and modern technology. But it is difficult to understand how the craftsmen of that time made this instrument with such fineness. This device is so complex that even modern engineers get stunned seeing it. There are many theories behind the mystery of this. Some believe that this knowledge came to ancient Greeks due to their deep understanding of astronomy, while some connect it to extraterrestrial intervention because making such a device with the technological capability of that era seems almost impossible. This very reason is that the Antikythera mechanism is called the time machine of ancients, even today. When divers brought it out from the ocean, perhaps they too did not think that such a treasure of history has come in their hands. This instrument is not only a wonderful example of science, but also the symbol of human curiosity and hunger for mystery. It reminds us that many such civilizations have been there in the past, whose knowledge was far ahead of our present. The Antikythera mechanism even today is surrounded by unanswered questions. Were the ancient Greeks really so advanced, or did they obtain this knowledge from somewhere else? This very question includes it among the world's most mysterious and terrifying discoveries. If you are watching this video, please subscribe our channel Epoch Docs.